Hello everybody, this is General Snivy bringing you all my mid-2020 update video. This video is well overdue as things happened that made it so I wasn't able to make this until now. Regardless, I have a number of things to discuss in this update, so let's go ahead and get things underway, shall we? First off, if you follow me on Twitter, which I highly recommend that you should, I posted a text update about 2 weeks ago now that I had to get my PC repaired. Thankfully, I have it back now and everything is back in working order as before, quirks and all. Anyway, what happened with it is difficult to explain, so I'll do my best to not bore you with all the technical details on what caused the problem and how it was solved. What happened was that my PC randomly gave me a blue screen of death one night, and 99.9% of the time, I am usually able to resume my work after rebooting the system like nothing ever happened. However, the last time my computer crashed, my data was gone. In other words, the data was wiped as if my PC reset itself back to factory default, which I knew wasn't the case at all. I knew this because when I looked at the remaining capacity of my hard drive, it was the same as it was before the crash, indicating that the data wasn't erased, but merely hidden. This gave me a bit of hope that the data could be recovered, but I was prepared for the worst case scenario in case it couldn't be recovered. I thankfully did a backup of all my files on my PC several weeks back in case something like this would happen, and even if the data couldn't be recovered, I could restore from my most recent backup. The next day, I called down to a local PC repair shop that I trust, explained the issue I was experiencing in great detail, what error I received with when the BSOD occurred, and what happened afterwards. Since I was without my PC for the past week or so, I had to put my Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on hold, and had to do a workaround for doing Banjo-Kazooie Speedruns using the Xbox One's built-in streaming software with the Twitch app, and let me tell you folks, that was not fun, as I had to work with an old dinosaur of a laptop that I used in college, and it was unbearably slow due to the older components. The fact that it was a refurbished machine didn't help things either. It made doing the simplest things difficult, such as using the BK Helper website during my runs and also having live splits open at the same time, along with having 2 tabs open for Twitch, was painful. I had to think of a different solution for some things to help ease the stress of the laptop, and thankfully my phone was able to cover some of the work, which was nice. All in all, this past week was a major pain, but thankfully it's over now and things are back to normal, at least as of right now. Now that I have my PC back, I am ready to get back into streaming more Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on my Twitch channel very soon. I know that this Let's Play went on a bit of a hiatus unexpectedly due to the PC breaking down. This wasn't something I could control, but hey, what can you do when things like this happen? I should be getting back into the Let's Play by the time this update video goes live, but we'll have to wait and see what life throws at us next. From what I can tell, there is still a decent amount of the game to go, and of course I will be covering the extra stuff too, and that will take quite a bit of time to cover. I hope you are all looking forward to the continuation of the Let's Play very soon. After Kingdom Hearts 2 comes to an end, I will be moving on to my next Let's Play, and let me tell you folks, I'm really feeling the excitement when it comes to covering it. That's right folks, I am finally going to be taking on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. I know that I've mentioned that I wanted to cover this game earlier this year, but as you should know, this remaster was more than that, and it's almost borderline a remake of the original game with its quality of life improvements, graphical fidelity upgrade, and remastered soundtrack. There was a lot more to this remaster than meets the eye, and I wanted to experience it for myself before doing a Let's Play of it. This gave me time to figure out how I wanted to go about handling the game, and I managed to prepare myself for the game's New Game Plus, which is how I will be tackling this playthrough. I hope you are all really feeling the excitement as much as I am covering this game in the near future. Next, I'd like to talk about something that isn't related to my PC breakdown, and this is in regards to Banjo-Kazooie speedrunning. If you are a longtime viewer / subscriber of mine, you may have noticed a bit of a lack in BK runs as of late. The reason for this happening is that I have decided to clean up some clutter for future videos covering these runs, and I will only be uploading BK runs to my YouTube channel if I either A, finish a run, in other words, finish the game in one sitting, or B, I got a new personal best in a category that I felt like running that day. The whole reason as to why I'm doing things like this is to make it so not every single BK stream is early game rut the live stream every single time, or every other time if you know what I mean. Now I would like to briefly mention that I recently have made a few new emotes for use on Twitch, and these emotes can be yours to use if you cheer a certain amount of bits. I currently have one for 1000 bits and 5000 bits, and I'm currently working on coming up with ideas for the 10,000 bits reward. Speaking of emotes, I did make a new one recently for when I would eventually get my second emote slot. Currently, I'm 14 sub points away from making this new emote available for all who subscribe to my Twitch channel. Anyone who wishes to do so is greatly appreciated, and if anyone has a Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription, they can choose to subscribe to me on Twitch absolutely free. As far as what else to mention here, I do have a couple of ideas of future Let's Plays that are currently on my mind. One idea that really sticks out is doing a Let's Play of Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal on the PlayStation 3, and it may end up being the game I cover after I eventually finish up Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Some other ideas are still up in the air, like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and Sly Cooper Thieves in Time are a few that come to mind at this moment. Another one that just popped into my head is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but that won't be for a while. As far as some other games are concerned, it is still to be determined and aren't set in stone as of yet. Nothing is. So with that, I am done with this update video. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties that I had this past week, and I hope you are all looking forward to what I have in store for future playthroughs on this channel. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble on throughout this update, and hopefully it won't be too long. Regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for more Let's Plays and Banjo-Kazooie Speedruns. See you all later!